Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and this is something that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, ever since I first saw it announced on Facebook, probably like a month or so back. It's Ali and AJ and an explicit version of potential breakup song. Now, Ali and AJ, that takes me back so far into, not really my childhood, but I guess like my late high school, early college years and whatnot. So I was, still a kid and whatnot, but like I was more grown. But I've just got such nostalgia for the song, such nostalgia for Ali and AJ. I also saw where they were making just new music in general, and I saw like this promotional picture on Facebook, and I was like, girls, y'all better work. Y'all better serve me my life right now. So we're just gonna dive on into this and see what's so explicit about this version.
It's been days and weeks and months. Feels like forever since I saw you. I'm forgetting how you felt now. I've never had this much time on my hands. Move the kitchen table out to the lawn. Roll up the rug, the stereo's on. All I can imagine is being in your arms. I want you to know I don't need anything fancy. I just need me and you, slow dancing, hell's bending, keeping me captive. Heaven's here, it's right where you're standing, slow dancing.
Oh, I like that intro. I like how you could... I'll talk after. Come on, girl. I love the sort of 80s vibe the music has to it. Okay, so I love this. Now, any of you guys who've been following me for long enough, it's been a while since I've done one of them, but y'all know, like, in the early days of my Topher Reacts channel, that I reacted to a lot of, like, sort of 80s remixes of, you know, modern day songs, modern day pop songs, and I love 80s music. I love the 80s in general. I love like, just everything 80s. I adore it. But the music, it's just so, I don't know, it's just, I guess because, I mean, I was technically born tail end of the 80s, whatever, 89, but, like, my dad was very, very 80s music to and from school whenever we'd be in the car with him, those 80s kind of movies and whatnot, so I guess I was just really influenced with that a lot growing up. So I just love that sort of 80s music vibe, and I love, like, they didn't, aside from the little intro acapella part that they did in the beginning, which I'll get to in a second, they didn't change anything about their vocals from, like, the original one that they recorded way back in the day on the Disney Channel. Like, all the ad-libs, all the runs, all the riffs, all the melody lines, they were all pretty much the same. They sung up pretty much the same. So I love that in lieu of changing up, you know, the vocal lines, they changed up the music, and they didn't drastically change it to a point where it's like a remix or unrecognizable. Like, it still very much has that same sort of feel, energy that the original music does, but there's something about the instrumentation, like with the guitars, and they sounded like some sort of, like, synthesizer or synth kind of whatever in the background that just gave it this sort of 80s pop kind of feel, you know, that, you know, aha, take on me, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I dug it. And then from how they were dressed in the video, like the, you know, the suit, the sport coats, with the headphones, and just like everything looked kind of, you know, sort of menswear over the t-shirt and whatnot. It was giving me that sort of 80s-ish pop punk-ish, not really punk, but that sort of 80-ish kind of retro vibe, throwback kind of vibe. So, like, I feel like that was their vision. Maybe they weren't shooting specifically for 80s, but I think they were going for kind of a retro throwback-ish element. And I dig it. I love the instrumentation on it. I really love that acapella bit that they added at the beginning, just because I feel like that gave you, at least it gave me, a chance to really hear their voices, because like I said, I have a lot of nostalgic memories for Ali and AJ. Their music came out when I was discovering my taste in music. I was still very, you know, attentive to the Disney Channel and just all up in that scene and whatnot, so I love their music, but I don't know that I necessarily, not to say I don't know what their voices sound like, but I don't know that I actually really paid attention so much to their voices as just how catchy the songs were and how infectious the songs were. And, you know, this, Chemicals React, Rush, like they're just great, fun, great radio pop songs, and like they're just those songs that get stuck in your head, and they're just, you know, they're great to listen to, but I don't think I ever actually honed in and listened to, like, the sounds of their voices, like the tone of their voices, what they were doing vocally and whatnot. I just jammed out to the song because it was a bop. But having that sort of a cappella section at the beginning, it gave me the opportunity to actually listen to how sweet their voices are. They both have these very sweet, delicate kind of tones. They're not, at least not from what I've heard, they're not like belty power kind of singers. They've got very soft, quiet kind of voices, but they're pure. They're pure and delicate, and they're just so pretty. So I love that a cappella bit at the beginning, so I could just hear the tones of their voices, hear what they can do, and like for very minimalist effect. Like it sounded like they might have had some reverb on the mic, and obviously like it's been post-produced for the sake of making the video, so it wasn't like just raw live vocals that we were hearing right now. It's post-produced, mixed, and all that kind of stuff for the sake of putting it on YouTube, for the sake of, you know, putting it out on a single or whatever they're doing. But at least for the a cappella bit, there wasn't a whole lot of like effects or anything outside of maybe some reverb on the microphone. So you really got to hone into just who they are as singers, what kind of singers they are, and I dig it. Rude. But yeah, it was just a fun throwback. And then, you know, the explicit version, it wasn't anything that I hadn't already sung a million times over. Like, let's face it, any of us who grew up listening to this particular song and then go back to listen to it as like an adult and whatnot, at some point we've probably sung it with those expletives in place of, you know, it was my birthday, my stupid birthday, or, you know, I want my stuff back. Like, when you're in the car, you're in the shower, you're feeling your oats, or maybe you're pissed off or whatever, those expletives come out. So, you know, it's nothing that shocked me. Okay, I've definitely sung this song with those lyrics in place of, you know, the original lyrics. So it wasn't anything too jarring or too shocking. But yeah, I dug it. I dug it. I can't wait to dive more into some of their more recent stuff, some of their newer stuff, and what's upcoming. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy Hope you guys enjoyed this little, not really trip down memory lane, but, you know, a little nostalgia kick. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you're notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. You're also welcome to subscribe to my secondary channel, Everything Topher, where I do all of my makeup tutorials, baking, arts and crafts, and just whatever the heck crosses my mind on any sort of, you know, moment, whim, and all that kind of jazz. So if you're into that kind of stuff, join us over there, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. I love you guys.